Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on this week's episode. I'm going to talk to you about selling some Bitcoin. I'll explain. Um, and it's actually, frankly, the reason I didn't even feel like recording an episode today. Kind of just got me down, you know, bummed that I had to do it. But sometimes you got to do it. So, anyways, suck it up, be a big boy. And getting into doc making mode, documentaries. That is the phonetic way to say it. The cool way to say it is doc mode. And then where wondering where this journey is taking me. So anyways, before we get into that, I want to shout out to the Bitbox O2 hardware wallet from Shift Crypto. Go to shiftcrypto.ch/Bitcoin made simple and use the promo code Bitcoin made simple to get 5% off. And you will be very, very happy with your purchase. Because whenever you have to even do painful things like move Bitcoin, some Bitcoin from a wallet to an exchange, it's made easy whenever it's a simple hardware wallet like that. And then shout out to Upstream Data. Go to upstreamdata.ca for all of your mining needs, where you can get a nice black box. You can even get miners, and it'll make it nice and quiet for you as you mine your Bitcoin. So go to upstreamdata.ca. And then also, I guess this is part of the reason why I had to sell some Bitcoin. I'll get into that more. But you know, support Movies Plus if you support the fight for free speech. Help me out. Go to mymoviesplus.com and use the promo code Corey, and you'll get yourself 1 year for, I believe, $24. I should really check into that, but I know that you guys use the code a lot, so I appreciate that. Anyways, all that being said, um, yeah, I had to sell some Bitcoin today. Sucks, sucks balls. Um, but it is what it is. I got to feed my family. Um, so tough times. Business is going. Um, but I got to keep the business strong, and in order to do that, I have to keep things there as much as I can, and um, take a minute here, uh, and survive. And you know, when my money is mostly, sorry, oh my god, I think I'm exhausted because I didn't get much sleep last night because I kind of knew that I had to do this. So don't worry, it's on my whole stack. Um, or is it? No, it's not my whole stack. But but yeah, I had to do something. And I was not looking forward to it. And yeah, I honestly, it sounds bad, but I lost some sleep over it. But sometimes whenever you're distraught with the decision, you know that it's the right one. Um, but sometimes, and like I've told all of you, my recommendation, that none of this is financial advice, but my recommendation to you is to buy Bitcoin with money that you're okay with not touching for 4 years. Um, that almost fits the bill in this case. Yeah, I'm just not thrilled that I had to do it, but it is what it is. Uh, you know, Tough times call for tough decisions. Um, Bitcoin still shoots up to $1 million in what would now be like 60 days, like Balaj, whatever his name is, says, then I mean I'll be doing okay, but be kicking myself for what I just sold. Um, but you got to do it. Got to feed the family. Got to you know keep the roof over our heads. And got to keep the business alive. You got to do that sometimes as filmmakers, as business owners. I saw somebody post this. I don't know how the Twitter algorithm threw this in my face, but there's a business owner of an oil and gas company. I guess he posted, um, he had, in a couple months before the pandemic, left his oil and gas job to own oil wells, uh, which seems like a good idea, except for the fact that the pandemic hit and people stopped driving, and the price of oil was going negative. And in the post, it was a video he had posted of 3 years ago. He said like the hardest, saddest day he in his business life, he had to shut down and turn off the oil rigs because he was my getting oil at a deficit. Um, and it's sort of like sad because you could see in the picture like he had um he had his kid there, like I think a little daughter there, like playing at the oil rigs, like, this is our family business, and she's young, like probably 4 or 5 years old, knows none the wiser as to probably the torment and anguish that is going through the father at the moment, the father and mother at the moment, as they have to shut off their business. But anyways, in his post, he was like, had to sell everything, had to sell our house, turn the rigs off, and like live in basically move into like an RV, and that's how they lived um, for a period of time. And if he didn't do that, the business wouldn't be around today. Um, so that I don't know. It's funny. Sometimes those things land right in your face whenever you're like, at least it's not that bad, you know. But you got to do what you got to do. Um, so I'll admit to you guys, business is going well. We're at all-time high of subscribers and everything, but we thought it would be higher, faster, and quicker. We thought things would be moving. All signs were indicating that it would be um, increasing even faster. Um, so it's just one of those things where because you got to keep pouring money back into marketing, and it's working, and you can see it's working. So it's the smart decision to do. Um, so I have to forego um, earning like actual cash. I don't have side income. Uh, I mean, this podcast is a hobby and it's fun for me. Um, but it doesn't make a living. Uh, Even though what about all the sponsors at the beginning, Corey? Um, so yeah, I'm not trying to make this a sob story. Don't feel bad for me. I will figure it out. That is the entrepreneurial spirit. But just wanted to let you know that sometimes you got to do it. Uh, I would love to live in a world where everything is priced in Bitcoin, and then I'll be sitting back, relaxing a lot more. But yeah, it's tough. Sometimes you gotta make a decision and sell some of your stack. Especially all the people that were like, get on zero, get on zero. It's like, I mean, if you get on zero, that also means at some point you have to sell some. Um, so it's not hypocritical at all. So don't feel guilty if you're ever in a pinch. Um, but yeah, I like to have that runway defined for me. And it was getting to an uncomfortable range for me. And so, I had to do what I had to do. Sucks. Still reeling from it. Kind of put me in a shit mood. That combined with the fact that like my parents were visiting, and they were here for over a week, week and a half or something like that. And they left today. So that's also a bummer. So sorry to bring everybody down. I promise I will turn this around and make this not just a therapy session where you're listening to me ramble about what's going on in my life. But yeah, it sucks whenever your parents no longer live close to you and you have to say goodbye for extended periods of time. Fortunately, right now they're staying in the area, going to like the other parts of Pittsburgh where my siblings live, and trying to divvy up their time evenly. Um, but yeah, it was nice to have an extra set, two sets of hands around here for a little bit, and the kids miss them and all that kind of stuff. So it's a bummer. No matter how old you get, you still miss your mom and dad if you had good ones, and I have great ones. So, um, but yeah, not all doom and gloom. Talk to you guys about how I'm getting into doc making mode. What I mean by that is I have all these ideas for documentaries I can make, and I just gotta suck it up and do it and make them. Um, one of which is about the situation that happened in East Palestine, Ohio. So it's like I live close enough where, it's an hour's drive or whatever, a little over an hour. Get there. Yeah, I think it's about an hour and 15 minutes from Pittsburgh. Um, and just interview people and see what is going on, what their accounts were of the story, and see where it leads me. You know, it's kind of a loose framework for a documentary, and see where it leads you. But also, um, I want to get searching for Satoshi really going, and really kicking. So I want to get searching for Satoshi going. And I might do some interviews for that down at the conference. But I also see, like, I don't know, maybe not a lot of people are going to the conference. I thought there'd be a ton there, but um, I don't know. You can stream it on Movies Plus. FYI, the live stream will be going on Movies Plus. That will be brought to you by the Bitbox O2 hardware wallet from Shift Crypto. Go to shiftcrypto.ch/Bitcoin made simple to get the promo code. Use the promo code Bitcoin made simple to get 5% off. But yeah, no, seriously, the Bitbox is they're they're jumping on that. So we have the live stream coming out. It'll be presented by the Bitbox O2 hardware wallet, and yeah, so you'll be able to watch it there. It'll be free. Anybody can watch. But yeah, it's not gonna be behind the paywall. But we also have content that would be really cool for you guys to check out. So um yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, wondering where this journey takes me. Sorry if you can see the mess behind me if you're watching on the video. There's some things on the floor that got thrown in my office by the family because they needed a place to go. In the office is the catch-all room where if something we don't know where it's going to go yet, it lands there. Um, yeah, just wondering where this journey takes me. Um, I'm being really open to it, uh, like open to where this is going to take me. I think that it's, like, I mean, I'm betting on it being Movies Plus and everything, but you know, every once in a while, I don't know if you guys do this, but you just have those moments where you're like, is this the thing that I do forever? Because in my mind, I think I'll do Movies Plus forever, and like that's how like I'll retire. There'll be a retirement party for me at Movies Plus, and everybody's like, "Oh, Corey, after 35 years of doing Movies Plus, you've led us to this, blah blah blah." And everybody will raise a glass, and then my old ass will get thrown out the door, and I'll be on a golf course somewhere. That's what we always think. Um, at least we tend to think. I tend to think. Um, but then you wonder, I mean, I remember, jobs I had where I was like, hey, like this is gonna be it forever. Um, and then you're like, I don't know if it is. Actually, it rarely is. Um, so yeah, I've just been deliberating. Um, where does this go? Where do I go on my career journey? I want Movies Plus to be mine, and I'm a hodler because I know the value of it, and I see this is the ticket. But like, what if I don't know? What if somebody comes by and offers us millions of dollars for the platform? Um, which, not to give you insider information, but somewhere, somewhere around. I mean, we're valuation wise, we're doing all right. But I don't want to sell. Like, it's not. it's not about a short-term payoff for me. It's long-term. Um, and I don't know if, if somebody came where it was like, hey, this is going to change your life and you can, you know, sit back and relax. Do I do that? I mean, right now, I'm dealing with the stresses of, managing everything cash flow wise. And so it's like, oh, yeah, I mean, of course you do that. Like your instinct is to react that way. But I don't know. What would I do? What would I do then? Would I become a tinkerer and not inventor, but like, well, I don't know. And it's just a weird thing where like when you face, I don't know, this situation has kind of made me think long and hard about those potential realities. I'm not saying it's going to happen now or 6 months from now or 6 years from now or never. I don't know. But like, you just most of the time have your head down, you're focused, and then every once in a while it's like something hits you in the crotch and you know, or you have to sell some Bitcoin and that I think selling Bitcoin, a portion of Bitcoin certainly opens my eyes to that. I think that's probably actually that now that I think about it, that is definitely the thing that has made me get in this zone. Um, yeah, I just don't know where I'm gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna look like in the future. Um, and that's exciting and scary. But we'll see where this journey goes. I hope it goes with Movies Plus forever. I have a lot of things to make. I have a lot of things to stand for. I want to continue to fight for free speech. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if if uh if things go in a way which really not to go in the spiritual end, but like, you know, I mean, even if you're not a Christian, you'll understand that like, the universe is calling you in a direction. You know, but if the Lord is telling you to go a certain way, you know, that's probably the right way. Um, I haven't had that call yet, but you just don't know. I mean, I was selling movies, like I've told you guys before, I was selling movies to platforms happily in the background, just doing my thing from, what was it, 2015 to 2020. Um, and then, a couple of things, one thing led to another, and it was like, well, yeah, I got to stand for this. And I guess, oh, all of a sudden, guess what, honey? We own a streaming platform. Um, and that led us to here. So, you know, you just don't know where the journey is going. I mean, like last year, whenever I was at the Bitcoin conference, that was like a little over a year ago, like 53 weeks ago. Um, I could not have foreseen all the things that would take place between then and now. Um, and like I didn't know if we would have survived till now. Um, it's crazy, craziness. All this stuff going down. But yeah, it's just a somber, exhausting Friday, emotionally exhausting, knowing that I had to sell some Bitcoin, and it sucks. And you guys probably hate me for it, but I mean, gotta do what I gotta do. Mortgage company does not accept Bitcoin payments yet, as far as I know. Um, so yeah, it is what it is, guys. But I appreciate all of you for listening. I mean, because this is a fun hobby, and like I said, I don't make a living from it, but I mean, we have a sponsor, so it at least makes it enough where I'm like not I don't I feel like I'm doing it like it's something that's worthwhile for you and then also for me. Um, but I and it's still weird to me that people listen to me talk about this. Like I kind of ignore the number and then like I look at it, I'm like, whoa, like it's still weird. Like if you think about like how many people that would be sitting down, yeah, it's just bizarre. So I appreciate all of you though, and make sure you get a BitBox 02 hardware wallet so you can get your coins off the exchange. And I will talk to you guys later.